Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is fine. Okay, hello everyone! Welcome to Caldio 60 Plays! A little bit earlier than my typical streaming time. Got a little extra time today. And I'm used to getting into work at about this time as a dog sitter, so doing things a little bit early. Today I am doing something I've been playing for about a month now, though, which is a New Game Plus showcase for Xenoblade 1. So, let us switch over here. I'll turn on this light because, not enough sun yet out of the curtains. Actually, I don't think there will be much of that. It's a pretty cloudy day. But today, all I'm doing for the most part is going to be doing some basic New Game Plus stuff, show off some differences and how it works. So, first up. If you remember though, I noted there was no changes in the title screen for Future Connected after beating it. Well, that is slightly not true. It changed in the actual start screen. You can say Nene and Kino on top of their father dancing in the new start screen. Which is cool. So, New Game Plus. I have done this a couple times. Part of this data and start a new game. Yes, please. It's been a while since I played Xenoblade. However, playing this game is like riding a bike. Once you start getting into it, you just know how to play. I'm going to be skipping any super long cutscenes.
The world was nothing more than an endless sea, cloaked.
Unfortunately, this is one I will be skipping, just due to that. But you may notice, here we go, starting the game, and it's Dunban, Dixon, and Mumcar, but Dixon's level 90. Or, not Dixon. Dunban's level 90. Dixon is in his post-Sword Valley attire, and Mumcar's spoiler is complete other spoilers. Okay. And Dunban's also using everything that is his post-abilities. Oh. How did you get here? I don't know that guy's spawning. If you're wondering why it's dying, everything dies in like 2 hits. It's due to the fact that Dunban, Dunban still has his Mechon Glaive that is equipped to him. So everything is doing like 4 to 5 times their attacks. Even though the cutscene still shows him holding the Monado. Shut up, deceiver.
You heard him. Dixon, Mumcar, let's do this.
However, Mumcar's claws seem to always be active here, and the red glow is a little distracting, because it definitely isn't supposed to be here. Imagine not needing enchant. Because all their weapons now, of their later years, actually work on Mechon. Oh, okay. Fortunately, this cutscene does go into the following cutscene for
You alright?
in the short portion of the game.
I'm still good to go. Guess even a hero's gotta reach his limit eventually. Mumka, what are you doing? That way is... Sorry, brothers. Hate to drop this on you. but
Man, Mumcar, you show your colors a little too quickly here.
I'm occupied for me. I'm getting the hell out of here. Mumka, you jerk. Don't worry. I'll organize your funerals. Well, see you, boys. Wait.
Very much a stark contrast to the original scene, though.
Looks like this is it. At least we know our luck can't get...
Man, Dunban, you got some really sick armor for this early in the game. Even though you can get a lot of Aerith-style armor at this point, so it's weird.
I'll just come and get the Monado when everything's quieted down a bit. That thing's gonna be mine.
Whoa. Good job. No one cares for you, Mumcar.
Oh no, please. No! Vile Mekon. If you think the Homs, the people of Bionis, are just waiting here for you to pick us off.
Homs are the people of the Bionis, or at this point, the people of the Bionis is multi-layered, because that's also including the head now. And I'll admit, I love this, for this point in the game, it shows, everything in a backward sense. So, you see Sword Valley, you go from Sword Valley to the head, you go to Machna Forest. You don't go all the way down the list of the beginning areas, but it's a good rundown of everything before what would be the Galahad Fortress section of the game. So, however, I am going to try not to be as spoilerish here for the most part.
M71. I bet I can use its optical system to align one of the anti-air batteries.
But there are going to be some things I can't hide, despite because it's a new game. Plus, so after this scene here, oh well, here's the first bit. Shulk, what is that on your back?
Completely useless.
That's a little broken. If you even question what that the original, you're weird.
Huh? An M69. Its armor would be perfect for making a shield. If I can just get it off, I should be able to...
Oh. Well, as you know, this is a Crabble. Hello Ryan. I see you with your fancy Aerith and Aerith mixed with Titan armor.
It's not a mech.
Actually, I think it's all Titan.
The Crabble. It was using the Mechon armor as a shell. I'll lure it away in droplets. When it's down, use your arms to finish
With some of the M100 parts too, because I think that helmet's the M100. Okay. Done. Okay. I'm gonna do some things. 1. Go into expert mode. And I am going to take away all of Shulk's XP. And I'm gonna have to do this for a lot of the characters. Except for one. The level 11 I get is gonna stay level 11. I'll be going for about 2 hours though to show this fully off. Oh. I forgot to remove something.
Thanks, Ryan. That was a close one. Man, what were you doing wandering off by yourself? It's pretty dangerous out here. Yeah, but thanks to you, we got it shell. I'm more worried about you than the shell. Oh, whatever. Knowing what you're like, at least you'll make a decent weapon.
The Crabble shell will make a decent weapon. The scrap driver. Ryan, that's an anti-mechon weapon.
The Monado. I hope I can figure out the secret of his power.
The secret of the Monado's power... Oh, God. Oh, God. But yeah, a lot of the cutscenes that question the ability of the Monado become kinda obsolete with the weapon on Shulk's back. As you can most doubt, notice why. Oh, and that's also something. Note, we have all our endgame equipment, but none of the endgame equipment extra pieces, so... Ability 5, and that should bring that up to 99. Yeah, my min and max attacks are equal. Take one of my strength up 6s. No. Is it arts or art? Is it stealth or heal? I think it's heal. Yeah, I run an arts heal here. I run a muscle up. And where are all my agilities? There's one. Oh, I run a spike too because I've just out DPS everything that is Rhine. 50, 100. Well, I can't use D for defense up. I'll put E for defense up here. Making him all well-rounded. Do you have access to all these things from post-game, the other thing? But something you couldn't do in the original game, despite getting the replicas, is weapon appearance. You finally unlock that after you beat the game. Here's Rudra, or Monado 3 replica. We'll put on the junk sword for now, despite being completely weird. And however, with the junk sword running the Monado stuff, it does taking over the appearance, it does run Monado equipment, and that I think they did an update where the effect no longer works here, but you do still get elements of its original of the original Monado's ability. Unfortunately, though, everything is still, at this point, blocked off. I cannot go further up to Teffer Cave and out because of both Mechon, and that's not a spot I'm supposed to be going. Among other things that are carried over, you have, I think, 100 pieces of equipment and 100 of your ether crystals. I am under all of that, so I'm fine. At the current moment. Also, I should mention the skill tree is the biggest spoiler at this point, and I will try not to have the spoiler appear too much. No, tomorrow I will be streaming more Xenoblade. However, it is mainly going to be post any quests that I haven't been doing. Dunban's house. I could go in. It won't let me, but I could go in. There's the wedding rings back over there. Oh, speaking of that, key items do not return. Your Collectopedia is filled out, though. And the only one I'm missing is the Colony 6 strange part for the other. Heart to hearts are reset. And obviously, I can't warp anywhere other than the Mechon wreckage site in Colony 9. That means also, if you remember, I glitched into the other area, meaning for this New Game Plus run, I would have, because of all the extras, I would have to wait until after. Also, speaking of that, all arts are still here. So all my Monado arts, which some, like, say, Cyclone, are a little broken here. But that also means any weapons that are work well on Mechon, say anti-Mechon weapons, that you have, will still be available here. So the Mechon attack is null and void. However, I will not be streaming at 2 to 4 today, because I am streaming now. I would say, everything's slightly different. However, the other reason why I'm doing the New Game Plus thing now, other than, I'll probably be redoing it anyways once I do everything in the other game, other file, because I have some quests I'd never finished before the before the destruction of a certain other object and other quick travel areas. So I will be redoing those quests now. So those will be done with the New Game Plus file. But obviously it will be at the points for this game where I already have all characters.
Same old Colonel. At this rate, the men will all be dead before they see any action.
Okay. I'm actually gonna say I'm sick of Shulk with the RF armor. I like the Orion Type 2s better with this equipment. Because the original Monado style wristlets never looked alright for me for some weird reason. Also, I believe also any affinity you had with a colony is also reset. So do note that too. Oh, I forgot to change it. Well, we still have a couple other cutscenes in here that we can have the dual thing pop up. However, do note, in New Game Plus, I do not have the guarding ability, the guard-based replica Monado, the tank style one, because now I have the Monado free, I don't have it. And however, I do have Replica 1. Why? Because now I don't have to, because I used 2 because if you lose one, you never get one back.
Something far more significant than just a weapon for defeating Mechon.
I see. And
Rudra,
the support
as you saw, I still have as well,
Appears in the center
which is a little less spoilerish, I would say, than the Monado 3,
glass.
while also running the same exact kit
Each layer is
as Monado 3, so
So it's possible that other symbols could appear on
that
different
works all
levels.
out in the end. But man,
The Monado might conceal even more power. Am I right?
if we could just
but after reaching the end game, I really, really don't. Puts a new meaning on the other cutscenes for Dixon's meaning in all these cutscenes are very skewed now, to say the least. But I noticed the cutscene does change. Still changes Dunban's clothing back to the old style. Hello, Monado. Why? Stop shining.
It was the Monado.
Maybe it's shining because I know I'll never get it again.
Even so, it saved us. Saved our future. Next, it will be up to you.
Ah,
Well, I better get the
definitely get some more
on the HQ and see how they're getting on.
Okay then.
story
See you
reasons
later.
for certain things here. However,
Shulk.
Shulk, with the most powerful weapon in the world, does not know what to do anymore.
That's why you're always looking so pasty.
Yet, still wonders how to completely use the Monado.
All right, I'm on.
It's, for the most part though, this game, especially early cutscenes, are way more noticeable for their, for the late game equipment. Because it's like, Shulk, you already know everything. It's way more glaring in, the original version of Xenoblade, where you don't have the glamours to make it look right for that era. Even though it will still not work right, because, you know, it will say, hey, you still have the Monado 3 equipped, or one of the replicas, meaning you have the power to damage Mechon,
Don't treat me like
which is not what the original one works for. But hello, Fiora. I see you are in your original clothing again.
Yes, but now I'm almost well enough to handle the Monado.
Dunban, that's some very nice shiny armor that you're wearing in bed.
Why would you say that?
I just mean I'm prepared. Sorry.
Okay. More importantly, eat up before it gets cold. I made something really special today.
Don't feel like you need to stay here then, Fiora. Go and make your next delivery.
Huh?
Well, I'm sure you'd like Shulk to try some while it's still hot.
That's okay. Shulk has no sense of taste. He'll say it's delicious even if it's stone cold.
In which case, today he would actually mean it.
Maybe.
I hate the fact that they play the
Off you go.
clock is broken twice a day
Okay.
thing right here.
Dunban, thanks.
And I hear people complain about the Shulk scene that comes up. That clearly the lunch she made includes a sandwich. Yet, it obviously mentions a soup, but you see him eating a sandwich, and it's like,
I'm not finished.
the food she prepared includes a sandwich and soup. So, it's a little weird. But as I keep saying, the skill tree! Can't do anything with it. But it's also still very, very broken. I wonder where all these come from. In the rashness department, counter definite crits, talent plus, definite criticals. That seems a little weird. And as stated, she is still only level 12. I won't be changing her level like I did with Shulk and Rhine, due to the fact that she is obviously at level for this area despite everything. On my way to the lab.
Really?
I just sent him out to get some fresh air. You know where he lives.
Shulk, the three places: Scrapyard, Lab, Outlook Park. Which still gets so much extra story time, that, and important somewhat, because obviously it's here. Shulk tends to visit there a lot. It's also where he makes his decision for his course of revenge. In the early game. It is also where Fiora comes up to Melia in the end credits scene. And it is also one of the most importantly referenced cutscenes. And speaking of that end credit cutscene, it is also specifically referenced in the future connected stuff, because obviously that's backstory for why Shulk and Melia are on the shoulder.
The Monado. It's the only sword that's effective against the Mechon armor. They say that before time began, it was wielded by the Bionis. The same Bionis.
But if you know the story here, I am about to head straight back to the lab. So I'm going to change Shulk's glamour for a little bit, so that, as you obviously know, it has every weapon he's ever had. So we're going to create a tiny paradox. I like how he lightens up there. But there are a lot of later cutscenes after the incident where, while Shulk and Fiora are talking to each other and are grateful for each other, he seems a little out of it. For, in some forms and fashions.
So if you said it was just the same as usual, I'd know for sure you had no sense of taste.
What?
Oh, nothing.
I have no sense of taste.
The breeze feels so good.
Yeah. I'd forgotten what it feels like. I never thought it could be so quiet here.
You're spending
And
too much
Shulk,
time with Ryan.
where did the sandwich go? You still had a full one a couple minutes ago, and now it's completely gone. It's like, it just poofs out of existence.
I hope every day can be like this, always.
Huh?
You're obviously thermoses, so that's a little weird.
Every siren.
Load the pre-siren.
There hasn't been much falling lately.
Considering it's been going off a lot, they mention it's going off a lot recently. Though.
There might be more on the way. The anti-air batteries can't protect us out here. Let's get back to the lab.
Okay.
Back to the lab. Just back into the colony. You don't have to go to the lab, Shulk. Well, anyways. Sorry, Fiora. Don't care. I know that will piss a lot of people off. I really don't care. Now, obviously, now is when everything resets. I could do Fiora's heart-to-heart here. I probably won't. At least currently, because this is mainly just how this works, and not really anything else works. Hello, Rhine. What are you doing here? Hang on.
Ryan?
Instant.
Ryan, what are you doing?
Now we have everything weird.
No, I'm just.
Just activates. Doesn't even get the. Oh, now it's activated. Hey, thankfully it's Monado 1 and not the Monado 3 that's currently on your back, Shulk. Imagine if the actual Monado 1 was the thing that's also swapped to the Monado 3, just for,
Are you okay?
obviously, for some obvious reasons. That would be a lot more painful, even with the effects of the Monado 1.
What? What do you mean it's broken? Don't you care about me? I could have died.
You're not hurt, are you? The Monado can't cut people. More important.
That's a little insensitive, Shulk.
Thinking, Ryan. Sorry, I came to ask a favor, but you weren't here. And I saw the Monado, and
And,
I know I'm here a lot, but even
and also at face value, though, what were you thinking, Ryan? If it could cut people, that would still be something you'd say to the person who touched it.
I know, man. I just wanted to touch it. Didn't know it would do that. Sorry. But is it true? The Monado really can't cut people?
the pattern in that circle. Or maybe it's a symbol. I think it shows which power the Monado has at the moment.
You think it's...
Shulk has two. Now that is a scary thought.
If I could
There are now two
number
Monados.
of symbols,
And that is way scarier than
It's
anything.
all very clever.
Two Monados?
Why were you more worried about a machine than me? Sean?
Machine than me, Shulk.
well, I just explained why.
That's not the point.
That is fair.
Sorry.
She does have a point. Why are you more worried about a machine than me? I mean, yes, you may know that, but, seems a little... She is right, Shulk. You are a little bit
Until I've scrapped each
mean about that.
one of you.
So, of course I want to get my revenge.
Your blade, it did not cut deep enough.
Did not cut deep enough. I never thought of
What
the...
Ryan happened there?
Ryan. Fiora.
Are you okay? Does it hurt?
I just realized. So, of course I want to get my revenge. It
Held the Monado.
obviously is a line that comes before your blade didn't cut deep enough, which is Hagiel's line.
Same as
That is
I don't mean that.
Shulk trying to save Mumkar,
Stopped. And
her metal face,
time had stopped.
so
at the pre-battle before Galahad Fortress. Interesting.
Who knows? Anyway, no matter
But also note,
what it is, that's
there
what
is some later cutscenes that do happen that also show a character a little more clearly due to the fact that it's a New Game Plus, and you obviously already know, if you're playing New Game Plus, you obviously know the character, who the character is, so they don't even bother trying to hide it.
I've been researching
And
the
yes,
Monado for a long time.
that is something I'll put as a detriment to this game.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, Ryan, what did you want?
What did you want to ask me about there, Ryan?
Old Square Tash has gone and put me on punishment duty. Fancy-
Punishment duty. The rest of this cutscene, other than the fact that there are two Monados, plays out the same, though. We'll go back here, though. As much as I like the Monado one, because it's the idea of the classic design, I love the EX design of this Monado. And while spoiler-ish, it's not as bad as some other spoilers. But let's test out our newfound 36 powers. Speaking of that, all unique monsters are now back at their base game, their base fighting spawn rates. So, rather than 30%, it is a 100% chance this guy will be here. I'm level 4. Bang. Half. Missed. I wonder for Shulk specifically, because I don't remember, yeah, Ryan's, Ryan has all unique equipment. You can't take those off. And I don't think I had him with any unique weaponry either. So, yeah, no, I kept all my gems on every other character. I think. So, I don't know if... Dunban's more likely, because I think I had a strength up gem on him still. Post-game. Most of the characters I used post-game with a lot of gems equipped to them, I don't get till Machna Forest. And those are like the characters I tend to use. So I can't tell you if it was only Shulk, because I'd understand the Monado's gems not being there. Maybe not as armors, but I'd understand why the weapon crystals aren't there. But this is pretty much all you're getting into. There are a lot more cutscenes that definitely don't work correctly because of obviously how the game mechanics work, due to the fact that certain weapons do work the way they're supposed to post everything. So like any anti-mechon glaives, drivers, rifles, rods, and biters all work the way they are intended. So if you have one of those equipped on a character, especially early on, the mechon don't really stand a chance, because those things auto attack rates are ridiculous. Continue skipping cutscenes, mainly due to the fact that there's no need for them. At this point, they still don't let you actively use the skill links. Okay. The skill tree is allowed, not the skill link. No, I'm pretty sure all my skill links are still there. That means, for whatever reason, if I went up against an enemy that would trigger... Oh. Would it... Are those even allowed at this point?
Should be okay if we fight like this.
However, any, say, Shulk getting a vision later in the game, I will immediately get my talent gauge back, because that's just how it works. Caterpillar next. Normally, I would never go after this guy right at this point. However, I can't get behind him. The game won't let me. But yeah, even like low, especially at this point where you wouldn't really have any ether crystals, because the ether furnace wouldn't be allowed to you. Speaking of which, I can't make any ether crystals because the furnace is a key item. I think certain key items should be allowed, like the extra ether furnace, the should be kept only due to the fact that it's an ether furnace, and you already have endgame ether crystals anyway, so what's the worry? Oh god. Stream Edge. Into Monado Cyclone. I love the fact that I can just go to town with... at this point especially, Stream Edge into Monado Cyclone is... busted? Oh, that is actually something I... Does the late game give you, anti-mech on knives? It's the bouncer knives, though. I think I got those after, her death, unfortunately. Let's keep on keeping on, shall we? Fusion Ivy. Okay. That's actually a really gorgeous JPEG. You can tell that was a JPEG. It changes lighting, but that was definitely a JPEG for the area, loading area. Spot 2 here. Very weird, though.
Right here. I'll start collecting them up. You two hold on a...
Cutscene on the ether crystals doesn't matter. I'm only level 7 to these guys, so... Well, as stated, it's due to the certain abilities of the Monado, that guy's a little bit... Enemies that would have given you trouble within, if you were at level, within about 4 or 5 levels, start not being a threat due to just late game equipment values. Now, obviously,
I don't want to be here anymore.
Me neither.
that is not fully true.
What's going on?
Oh. Oops. Chapter 7. Chapter 7. However, any level gaps that I feel like I should need, I will swap to. Oh. Okay. I don't know if a certain, mech gets any updates to him. I think it's his original incarnate. Nope. It's his full incarnation. Okay. Don't care anymore. We saw the only update to him. How can you tell? If you remember the original... Oh. Certain achievements are not also, reset. That, making waves is not one of them. I think how many enemies you kill is... You have killed is... reset? I'm not sure. And I assume the same would be with collectibles. Level 4. Oh, yeah, blue, obviously. Oh, but it's nighttime. If I could get over to the residential district, I could definitely take out a very, very specific bird. with some minor difficulty, but I would still be able to take him out. And just in case you're wondering, yes, Dunban's still level 90. So, technically, I will have to pause, actively hit the system menu pause, just to get him back to level. Hello, Mechon M63. Okay. You've only disabled it. What do you mean? I didn't even break... This cutscene shouldn't happen unless I break him. And get a large hit in. We're not gonna care. Ow. All the rubble has a hitbox. Why? Once I'm in combat, I can't jump. But yes, if you, I should mention that if you talk to the guy for the Ether Furnace again, at this point, you do get the same 2 gems again. Which I believe were HP. I think it was either strength or HP, and I think an agility. Because obviously they would work well with, yeah, he's got all his extra equipment. Especially head equipment. Equipped. Doesn't have some of the, like, super late game equipment. So, like, doesn't have green claws. But everything here's roughly the same for that creature. Yeah, I could auto run. Why do I not auto run? Because it's technically not auto. You think it would run across the actual thing? I could eliminate all of those people right now. All those Mechon right now. I will not. Okay, there we go. However, the anti-Mechon stuff, or the ability to whack Mechon really hard, will definitely come into play here. Do I even have the party gauge yet? No. No, I think the game doesn't care anymore. Level 4. Literally, I can auto-attack. To victory. Hang on, did that attack grind do actually pass through the Mechon attack? Because I noticed it died really quickly, and I didn't attack it.
Nice one, Dunban.
Shulk, where's Fiora?
Shulk, where's Fiora? She was out with you.
Then we cut through.
Yes.
Man, Dunban. Something tells me I don't want to see what happens over there. Oh, I can't expert mode him. He's technically not in the party. But I can put him in as leader if I felt like it and not worry about enemies. That's not like any of these enemies that if I were to pull one, would be that difficult. And technically at this point, you just run. Trying to look away while actively looking around is a difficult choice to do.
Dunban! You can't take any more of the Monado.
Oh,
But I must!
hang on.
I don't
It actively removed the Monado from Shulk's back for the cutscene.
Ryan's right. You can't go on like this.
Shulk!
Dunban.
Hey! This time, it's my turn. Shulk! No! It'll kill you! Shulk!
Technically, this Monado and a replica are two separate entities, so Shulk could technically dual wield Monados at this point in the game, in a New Game Plus, and that scares me. Two Monados with
What's happening?
reality-altering abilities. There we go. I thought there was going to be another case of the Monado being on his back, and it didn't happen. Okay, that actually does damage. I literally just saw the ending attack of the ending portion of Ryan's attack actively do like 900 damage. I wonder if the first hit is a weapon hit, the second hit's an ether hit. Etherish hit. In that situation then. Or it could have been done then. I'm gonna remove. Okay. I was just seeing which weapon type it technically was. So it doesn't seem to care about its, what enemy it has. Hello, Metal Face. How are you?
That metal, it has a face. That don't mean nothing. That's right. Not what we
Yeah, it really doesn't matter at this point. You can also tell it's the modern version of Metal Face. Two reasons. One, the head. Two, the knee joints. Those are way thicker than they would end up. They first are. I am going to use Monado Cyclope.
The Monado, it's not working.
Hang on, I just realized something. How in the world is Ryan keeping hate over Dunban? That is something I must ask. Oh,
What is that light?
but you can tell,
Mechon don't have that.
that weapon is definitely not working properly.
That might be why the Monado has no effect.
Oh yes, I remember now. It's the cutscenes that had the things.
I'll take it from here. No.
We all know what happens at the end of this cutscene. Let's not even pull any punches here during that cutscene. I might swap back to the junk sword for like 2 seconds because I forgot. It only does the actions in the cutscenes, if I remember correctly. It could have also been patched out, too. But, technically, the junk sword does get the Monado. Once you add the Monado, the junk sword does get the Monado, particle effect? And I don't remember if it was gameplay or cutscene only. Uh, damage for the first fight. Wonder if they'll re-outdate the model again. Well, Fiora's dead. It's only level 9. I technically don't have Air Slash yet. Which is the first ability. I might only have Shadow Eye. Which at this point I'd forget about. Because, well, maybe not. It really depends. Okay. Oh. I just saw the infinity gauge go up. Now we have access to everything again. Technically, the best way to get to, the door leading up to the Bionis leg is that area. Oh. And I'll switch back to the junk sword now. Because I'm pretty sure... I know it gets the particle effect from the Monado. Once you have it. I'm not sure if it was post... Like I said earlier, I don't remember if it was just, Okay. Nope. Okay. Not in-game. So, it might be a cutscene. Then. Nope. Cutscene. I mean, we skipped traveled right by here. You think it would actually negate... That's one thing I'll do question. Certain things, like, say that one. Where, obviously, the fast travel point I went to was past it. Was most obviously past that landmark. That will be my only critique of the obvious fast travel past certain things to get back to them, because they are obviously the closest thing to it. Level 9, I'm already at 1,000 HP. As Shulk. Next cutscene is right here. Oh. Those Arachno are actually active. Because I don't remember if the Arachno were active in the original thing at that point. Oh god. Okay. What I want is this. Okay. I don't even care about using the Monado.
I'm sorry, Ryan.
Okay. The next cutscene I'll show is the Arachno Queen cutscene. Just that one is obviously changed. And it's the most obviously changed Monado cutscene. Or an obvious Monado cutscene where the particle effect is displayed. Because obviously, that is the fight where you get shield. Oh, I should also mention, technically there is something that happens in New Game Plus. That already happened because I did a test thing anyways. Let's see. Arts. As you may notice, my upgrades for all basic arts now go up to level 12. This is only a New Game Plus mechanic. You would not typically get that otherwise. Okay, next cutscene I am not skipping. This next cutscene is first getting shield. Though I could have sworn the, Can I use skill links yet? Nope. Oh, I don't think you get skill links until you get, Charla. Access to the skill link until you get Charla. Hello, Ryan.
Many of them. I killed one, and 10 more pop up.
And this is obviously a combat encounter with the Monado
Ryan, no!
out.
Not that way! Ryan! Shoot!
No, it might have been an altered cutscene now. Oh, no, there it is. Hello, Monado Shield on the Junk Sword. I was wondering where it is. I could have sworn, though, in the normal game, that particle effect would actually happen. It might have been patched out. Oh, and look at that. It's now back to the blue one. I mean, the cutscene makes it happen in 15 seconds. You know, the maximum amount of time you get, even though it would be Monado 1 at the, Shield 1 at this point, and, you know, weak. Oh, there we go. just straight out. Bang. Oh, that will actually hit. Can't take damage if I don't have the ability to take damage. Okay. I want to get behind her. Booyah! Okay. Here's the true purpose. Let's go. Okay. Topple locked. Stay topple locked. Done. Topple locked, stay toppled. Unfortunately, I only have 2.
Huh? The future I see.
Isn't set. Yes, it is not. Queen's gut fluid. Ew. And technically, yes, if I wanted to, I could increase my level just to deal with a certain guy so I won't upgrade again. Actually... I equip Budra? I don't have Agni anymore. I have Abyss. Right? Okay. Udra. No, I don't have Abyss, I have Agni. And obviously the replica Monado, which shouldn't be here, but it is. And here's all my... It didn't equip anything from Agni, though. Anything that's not equipped does not lose its equipment. I'll just stay with replica. Another one, fine. But yes, remember, we're at this point in the game, so, do note. You cannot, well, we're at the most current version of the game. You cannot I cannot go backwards and get the extra 50 levels, which would definitely boost my, character level to 50 and most likely 100 for the new game. I would literally have to, I think technically it would be archived the data. Because I think there's also some extras that were updated. I think I have done it for another game where I was able to get back to the original version. Okay. We're back on Kneecap Hill. And let's go see Colony 6. Oh god. Who has the horrible, horrible brakes? Sorry about that. It is early in the morning for where I am at, though, so hearing random cars outside is not an unusual thing. There's something here. What do you think this is? Unfortunately, it's not a cut. Fortunately, all the cutscenes are back, even if it's the new one that is not skippable. That is the more painful thing. That it wasn't skippable. Okay. Level 90 EXP. I'm already level 11. Couldn't hear the, lovely, Garth Plains, mix. Okay. Technically, there is the buggy, and there is actually, apparently, a surprise quest somewhere in the river that I've never done. Actually. Surprisingly, there is a quest here I have actually never done. I assume it's a timed quest that is before... I don't know if it's before this, during this point. I think it's one up. Because the, I think the quest has you go deal with the, Volif layer that's, nearby with a unique monster. Oh god, the Panyos are like level 14. Where? Okay, right. I hate that fact. The cutscenes will... Every so often, a cutscene will reset a character's... Okay, it's after you get to Colony 6. Okay, though, but first we are also going to avoid our actual location, because it does warp us back all the way over there. And we're gonna hit the, one thing up here. Actually... Can I get in there right now? And that's the thing I love about New Game Pluses. It's like, yeah, obviously, the most important thing here is technically Juju getting attacked by Triceratops. But since we're here, let's go check out Colony, the refugee camp. Easy Hoxes, Antolls. There's a quest somewhere over here. Okay, that one. However, there is a yellow marker right as we get in. if I remember correctly, there's only like 1 or 2 yellow markers that could be here, and it's probably Charlotte. Yes, it is. She will not let us in, most likely. But I noticed that she's in her... No, wait, did I? No. I think I had her only in the Colony 6 outfit. That obviously had been repaired for the normal style outfits. It's very weird though. It's weird that you technically would run into Charlotte first before running into Juju. If you decided not to immediately go to the flag and went up. I wonder if she technically would join your party early if you didn't know where Juju was. Oh wait, no, she's still adamant about not leaving the camp. It's obvious these guys don't. These guys are way too underleveled for this. Fatal lunge. 1 damage. And I just saw it take 197 points of spike. Okay. Yeah. As I thought, the cutscene makes us jump all the way back here. That's why I wanted Kamo's guide post first. Now back to Colony 6. Or, not Colony 6, Refugee Camp. Colony 6 isn't until, a couple points from now. I mean, I could completely miss this and keep going all the way up plains to, the path to Colony 6. I think. Unless there... I don't think the Mekon would even have been spawned yet. It would actually be a good spot. Well, the machinations of the game's plotline. Would be interesting.
Juju.
Oh yeah, no. She was definitely in the Colony of 6 attire. And definitely not the attire I had her last in. Random cutscene.
Yeah?
Listen. Just to skip it. Nothing changes here. It's technically the enemy we go after is dead. You want to talk about speedrun. Oh. Speaking of that, I just remembered, she's still level 90. 25 for this area. Will be the max I have. Watch the Shulk's attack meter just go straight through the roof. I'll leave Charlotte at level 25 only due to the fact that her gun... Well, mainly due to the fact that she's the healer and her gun sucks. Her arts suck. She is the reason why I did not use Kino in the I don't know why I keep saying Kino in Future Connected. I hate the Ether rifle setup. I absolutely despise the Ether rifle setup. Oh hey, would you look at that? This cutscene will actually be in the actual playthrough this time. I'll let this actually play out.
Quite a few ways to get there from here, but he's in a buggy, so I...
Ragwell Bridge.
Because this also happened in this cutscene also happened in a leveling stream because I forgot this cutscene exists.
Leave any monster.
What? I've got field experience as a medic. If you get hurt,
Nice. I'm always getting.
I hate the female, specifically Charlotte's attire. Melia definitely gets the better end of the stick, and so does chapter like 10's chapter 10 character or 13. I know this game has like twice the number of chapters Xenoblade 2 does. Xenoblade 2 had Xenoblade 2 had 10. That's including final chapter. So pure 10 right there. But yes, at this level, even with the Monado Fury, do not go after Rotbar. You will, without at least extras. I mean, is it possible? Totally. Will I be the one to show it off? No. I mean, I even have Heifer defense. I would still not do it. I would also have to remove Topple from Rhine. Rhine's Topple art, because Rhine's Topple art would cause so much hassle at this point. Oh, look at old Lamecon. Speaking of which, what is Charlotte's equipment? The Dark Cannon. Oh yeah, sure, everything of hers is gone. But once you realize, for the most part, you can just run past everything, game becomes really easy really quickly. Those scout units are all level like 11. And see them all slowly dropping off. Cutscene. Who cares about the buggy? But it's also kind of funny. Because if you think about my first playthrough, I had already gotten the future connected stuff because I at least knew the ending of Xenoblade 1, so I wasn't really spoiled on that by going into future connected. I still waited to do future connected afterwards. But I only went in to get the extra armors because I liked the design of the Monado style. And what armor was I wearing for my original playthrough? That one. Speaking of, technically, I could go through the actual Spiral Valley portion of the Spiral Valley at this point in the game. Because of New Game Plus and already being at like level 23.
Got it. We'll search along the road.
I'm watching pain. I'm looking at some pain at some points. But that's all good. Pain is how people grow, after all. This will be a bit... I'll be playing for a while, honestly. Not like your buddies scare me at all. Watch, you could give me an ether attack and I'd still not care. Once everything goes off, I'll actually... I just realized I will actually modify my upper stat block. for a little fun. I'll only go to level 20, but nothing too major. So it's still not too major, but it'll still be challenging. Oh. I want that disabled. By the way, this specific... Oh. There's just a line here. Okay, speed. What's this thing called? Speed? Did someone try using, I should have put anti-mech on stuff on these guys, but... Enchant. Okay, here's your 20 points of... I just kept seeing the thing keep going up in damage. Nothing still major here, though. Actually, I don't think the next major cutscenes, Actually, there are no more major cutscenes, in all honesty, but... I'm gonna say it's there. I always do that. One damage. 9,000 damage. Ow. Thank you, Ryan. In all honesty, I actually wanted Charlotte. But I should also mention that, technically, my weapon, the character affinity, though, does not change. Colony affinity changes, not character affinity. Hang on, did it go up a level? It went up a level. Okay. You went up a level. Purged. I never noticed it had an aura. That made it go up a level. Okay, Juju saved. Time for chaos.
Juju! Are you alright? Shala. I'm sorry.
Slap him. Slap him. Slap him with the... Slap him with your left hand. Dang it.
I'm so glad you're okay.
Because the left hand has the Machna armor as the thing.
What's up?
Well, it's just that can't have been the Mechon from my vision.
Yeah.
No speed.
Be that one with the face.
I skipped the speed cutscene because it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Shulk?
But New Game Plus technically does let players hypothetically do an all junk sword run, even if it technically never happens. Hello, Bronze Space. Or Sword.
But this one's got a face and all.
I've been waiting for you.
Man, the time I haven't had to move the time at all, and it's like I got some really good coloring here. So at this point, if you just went straight through without really changing time, you'd be here at the end of the day.
You just sympathetic little kids.
Big scary monster, and you're some 500. Ow. No damage, but he still got toppled. Monado Buster. 5,000. Miss. Cloud Crash. Actually hits. But I got it up and don't have a status effect. Bull BS. It isn't too much of a different cut. None of these cutscenes are that big of changes. Can I? No. Okay, yeah, Spiral Valley's here. I was about to say, like, Spiral Valley even here? Oh, talk about a fight I could technically do and don't want to. I'll go back to the Replica. I like Replica more. But yeah, Zord being level 25 doesn't mean anything anymore. He's still at 5 levels higher, meaning he technically could wreck me all day, every day. But he's not the worst thing in the world. Taking on Immovable Gonzalez or Territorial Rotbar at this point, at this level, would be absolute crap. But this game technically, the game does allow for a level 1 run. You have to stop after every fight to outfit your level, but doing a level 1 run for Xenoblade 1 now is technically allowed. It would be a broken level 1 run because you technically had the strongest weapon in the game, but, you know, still level 1. And that's the thing, and especially in this game, since auto-run doesn't technically turn you, it just keeps you running forward, you have to keep hitting the stick. However, the stick is way too they did not refactor the stick at all for this. Waypoint Junction. At least that's a skippable landmark. Currently. Ignore the whatever that was. It was nothing. Nothing important whatsoever. All these things are gonna aggro. And that's fine. I want them to aggro. Technically, at my level, just one of these and a cyclone would kill pretty much every enemy that spawns in this area. It wouldn't be single hit KOs, but it would be definitely be... Something tells me there's gonna be a scene that I don't remember if I showed in any of my playthroughs. But I will most definitely show it. Now, any of the actual parts, but you know, these guys can. I still have to get further up. The Aether Drain's the best spot for this. Also mainly due to the fact that there's nothing really that spawns there. So I don't have to worry about getting hit by an attack from an enemy. But if I look all the way down there, somehow it has the most marvelous detection range, 1, and 2, it's still fully loaded in. That's Colony 9, and that is awesome. However, my only question is, why didn't they re-update that texture for the faraway leg? That is my only question. The close rocks are actually still relatively textured, but the far ones are definitely muddy. Honestly, with how fast I'm taking this, I would honestly see me being at Makta by the end of everything.
Guys, kill the noise.
That cutscene was only saying, be wary. Let me change this top. I'm already done with this top. Man, there's so many Colony 6 era. Looks way better. Okay, you don't even have to worry about most enemies. Oh. Lucky cranes? No, ready coils. Colony 6. Yes, that cutscene does not lie. If you were very far into rebuilding Colony 6, guess what? Gotta do it again. And now, an ether rifle. By the way, there's another Gatos rifle here. Putting more mech on. Technically, Charlotte's rifle is actually normally effective against Mechon due to Thunderbolt being an ether attack. But the break art is definitely not. Yeah, I see two Gatos rifles with Aron wielding it. That's weird. Yeah, it's Man, okay, I'm not high enough level to just do that. Technically, though, everything I would want to use is armor. Anymore is armor and shield. Because at this point, the game does not want you... Which is the weird thing. They never give you armor early, and armor is probably one of the best, would be honestly better than, even speed early on. I understand speed because a lot of enemies are still mainly doing physical-based attacks. But, skip the cutscene. Just alerting us to how the game's going so far. I already skipped the other thing. I got a lucky crane. Or a love crane. It's Machna stuff. No, this will not be a full playthrough, but it'll be a good beginning portion of the playthrough, that's for sure. Of Xenoblade, that's for sure. Mainly, it's gonna be just... I'm gonna go until I hit every, character. Okay. That's not what I want. Nope. I need it up here. I hear you will know our names because of the one Upa being a unique monster. And just in case you're wondering, if I swapped all the way back to level 90... Oh, you gotta be kidding. Did it really chase me? We were at the first point of his thing. Okay, Dalton will chase you. But, I should note this. Just because you have access to level 90 does not mean you can survive this drop. Because there, for some reason, in that slide down to the center pit is a flat spot. That I assume is there just to piss off the level 90 crowd. The New Game Plus crowd. With the fact that, oh hey, you wanted to do this? Sorry, screw you. This still does 90,000 damage. Like 20,000 damage. Ryan's HP at level 90 still does not carry over. And yes, I think the boss fight at that point doesn't even let you change character. It might, though. Okay. Could I make that jump? No. Honestly, the longest portions of New Game Plus are going to be the spots where you know you could do... Where you think, oh, hey, I could definitely just jump down here. I am high enough level where that's not really an issue. Taking that much damage is not really an issue. Oh, look, it's 2021. Shulk's HP is was perfect. And my I don't even have a quick step jump on Shulk. And I caught up to this thing like nothing else. Wonder where this is mining ether to. Like you to know I'm going faster than this, one. And two, I think I can just jump down here. Literally, as I stated earlier, it's going to be these spots where you know you don't... I mean, yes, could I still be level 90 here and just avoid everything? Yes, obviously. But where's the fun in that? One. And two, it would make everything literally boring. Because, you know what? Despite being level 90 and not, as I said, I can't, just skip straight down. To the bottom area by jumping at level 90. You have to go through all of the older areas just to get back to where you once were. Now, are there areas that you can absolutely still skip, despite being here? Yes. This one. I can so skip this area.
Sorry, it's my fault.
It's not your fault, Charlotte. You're not the idiot. Actually. Shulk. No. Rhine. Use up all Serve XP. 9,999. That is the highest a character's HP stat can go. Obviously, I am going to skip 50% of the area right now. How? This area is actually not that far of a drop. If you know the correct methods. That is not that far of a drop. Oh! it still is that far of a jump. Why? Drop. Oh, run about 22. By the way, all levels I'm currently getting are from landmarks still. Oh. Give me Shulk. Which is stupid. But honestly, that there. Oh, it's because it's way higher than the point where I thought it would be a good jump. See? This area right here. It's a very lower, very much so lower than that hill right there. This to there would actually be an easy jump to do. Can you do it? Nope. Why? It's way too far for that side. Obviously, level 25? No, you're not gonna survive that jump. Level 99, at a point where you have 9,999 HP, and a tanky, HP stat, yes, you're surviving that fall. Or tanky, defense of anywhere from 900 to 1,000. Yes, you should be able to absolutely. I just barely got to it. You can't get me, because I'm all the way over here now. Hang on. I don't even know that achievement. I assume something else accidentally killed, Okay. Had to go down. That is pause. That is not B. We go down here. Literally, this is the next pit. Think about that. That was where we just were. And where are we going? Right here. Which is where? Right where that thing would have been. It's so stupid. This is obviously where we're supposed to next be. Be anyways. And that jump is, even from there to there, is way too large. For 9,900 HP. Or should I just call it as it is? 10,000 HP. Nope. Instant KO. And I want to go over that. That's his defense stat. And I assume the defense stat still goes up after a while. Meaning, that jump that killed him shouldn't have. It's like, oh. And I know that jump's probably larger than I think it is. But if you're doing the glitch method early, it's only 1,000 HP. I'll have you know. It's only 1,000. And it's like, nope. Or 1,500. 15,000. Yeah, 1,500 HP. For the, on-run for, doing the glitch to the upper areas of Teffer Cave. And yes, if you're wondering if there's going to be any of the guaranteed encounters, yes, and they will drag this part out fully. Now, say a certain later thing you have to do in Air C. You think would be horrible. No, compared to this, it's easy. The tomb, well, it should be this bad. It's easier than this because obviously there's more of a reason for it. This is padding. This in New Game Plus is padding. Oh, you think you can jump down here from here? Or, right over there? Nope. Even if you ended up landing right in the cutscene zone, it doesn't count. Which is stupid. Some games, if you get to the cutscene count, nullify all damage. And especially here, there are some cutscenes where the damage counter does not work if you hit the cutscene. Encounters, if you hit a cutscene, disappear completely. Damage from a fall? Nope. I could get as close to that thing as I want. Excuse me. Land in the correct spot I would want to be in, and it would be like, nope. They started attacking this M84 right here. Ryan has an aura up. Would you look at that? It's like, most of this area here is complete padding. The next area will have a little bit of padding because guess what? The 4 things you got originally, key items. So technically, padding. Now I understand not wanting you to breeze past certain things without the key items. That I understand. And say earlier when we still had to re-unlock the observation deck. Completely understandable. Especially if you're looking for the original experience. Here, if you don't want the original experience, there is no way to. And technically, if you don't want the original experience in Satoral Marsh, technically, you can just run by every enemy, grab the item, get over back to where you need to be.
They're gone.
Yep, they're all dead.
Whose blood is... Oh no.
Ah, here at last! I've been getting hungry.
Though I have to remark on the freeze thing. The replicas thing of keeping the little disjoint at the Monato's edge. Like,
Juju and the others.
the Monato 3 had a normal handle and pommel style hilt. However, they decide, hey, we're going to keep the original Monato 1 design and add a unique version of the pommel. Despite the original Monato 1 having just a spherical pommel. Like, you don't have to make it completely unique.
For the others. Well, I just couldn't help myself. I ate them all up.
There's nothing special about the cutscene. I don't even know why I'm letting it play. Okay, so hi Zord. Guess what I don't have to worry about? You. Your minions? Yeah. There. Done. There's the entire fight right there. Obviously, in the original game, that's not the original fight. In a non-new game plus, that's not the original fight. You have to build chain attacks off the minions to do chain attacks.
Chew on this, scrap for brains.
And obviously, your agility stat's not going to be that good. Ever.
Don't do it. Hurry up. At this rate, even if we save Juju, Atharon's gonna be.
Yes. And I'll at least be honest. Technically, I am using a weaker Monado comparatively to the original game storyline. Oh, and yes, the thing here is finally available. Yes, spoiler is here. Just beware of that. The spoiler is there and is available. So, try to avoid the... Obviously, though, if you're able to not open the tree, obviously you're not doing a new game plus if you're playing this for the first time. Unless you got a... Actually, you'd have to get either A, the original Wii that played that disc, or B, the original Switch with the original profile for that cartridge. Because cartridges now don't store game data. It's the console the cartridge is on. Obviously, 3DS still has the old style cartridges, but the Switch doesn't. The save data does not stay on this card. These cards. God dang it. Did I miss it? I'm pretty sure I looked away and missed it. Oops. Should be fine, though. And the next fight, obviously, is easier. By process of elimination. Why? The, fight's dumb. It doesn't change anything at this point. It's the same fight now. And technically, at any point in the game, you want the Monado with Enchant popping off anything, even in base game, because Enchant also grants a 200 extra damage spike based on level. And not even damage spike, just area of effect that happens while Enchant's up. It is one of those weird things that this fight does not... I do love the added detail that Sword gets here, though. Sword looks absolutely menacing after the Ether River. That is my favorite portion of this portion of the game. And especially in the remake. In the definitive edition. Oh. Hang on. Swing beat. Charlotte, you can't walk through him. Enchant, please. Yeah, Aura Burst goes... For some reason, Aura Burst does go through. I wonder if it's because it's a, Ether art or not. No, it's a purple art on his thing. The first attack does 1 damage, so I wonder if it's not the point when it's used, it doesn't have the initial the second hit is technically an ether attack, while the first one's a damage attack. It would make sense. I am not one for like the zombie aesthetic of games. Never have, never will be. But Zord here is absolutely perfect for that job. Oh. We're here. Charlotte's better. Expert mode. Dunban, you're way too high of a level. Come down to like level 25. Or 26 with Charlotte. No, it's the normal, oh, I wonder if because I skipped the cutscene, it doesn't play the, unfinished battle. Stupid. That song only plays once and loops only once. It's, even though it's literally the best track in the game. It is the best Xenoblade track. Really does not care. So technically, I think the next cutscene I get into, the next like major fight, which I'll be doing, which is the Machna stuff, is definitely more on the heavier side, because less needed as the Monado arts, because it's obviously the Telethia spawn quest, but the Telethia spawn don't warrant enough damage in terms of combat. Wait, when did you get here?
There's no end to them. Where are they coming?
Bye, Ryan. I am not using you anymore. Which is sad. I like using Ryan. I would probably use Ryan as my preferred tank choice if I were to play another character that's not Shulk, just due to preferences. But the first character, well, maybe I might try Ricky more, because I prefer either A, Jack of all trades, or B, mastering two specific styles. So like, I am mainly an attacker as Shulk, but I can heal. As Melia, I am buffing more than I am attacking. But if I need to, I can still attack. Ricky, I can attack, tank, support all day long. Which is probably why I draw... The gravity of those characters for me is way greater than some. Even some, I'm sure the, player's fine. If you're watching and, may not be hearing, well, you may not be hearing this, reload the page. Because that's probably your issue. There. Okay. I think all the items are already... All the, extra items are already spawned in. So, I just need to remember where. I mean, technically, if I want to, I could skip to the next chapter, because the next chapter is literally right here in my thing. And would work out actively really well. But I don't remember it. I don't remember if I skipped the Telefia scene. I'm past the Telefia scene. Actually, that's the thing for this load menu. Chapter 6, Chapter 7. Yeah, Machna would be that change over. So, yeah, why not? Let's load that, see what Machna changes. I'll save here. None of these are going to be there at endgame anyway, so it doesn't matter. But you may notice my other file, I said I didn't care. I'm going to use the level 80 character anyways. The higher level 90s anyways. Machna Path. As soon as we get out of here is the cutscene that I would be showing. At least part of. If I already skipped the one cutscene, I won't be showing it. But, obviously when a certain silver-faced mechon gets built, is in fact altered at this point. So I don't know if I'm already past that cutscene, I'm not going to show it. Melia is still in the Titan armor. But it's obvious that she is definitely not wearing the High Entia headpiece. Certain cutscenes are way louder than others. Okay, why don't Telefia use that attack way more often, though? Is it because pure High Entia are way more susceptible to that? Oh, I'm gonna skip the scene, just to gonna move on slightly. I wonder if elves change. Let's spot that. Does Elvis change for these? Is there any changes to him? I don't remember. It's been a couple weeks since I last tried. I think I will definitely be able to continue going on for about like 20 minutes. Surprisingly, the outfit I have is almost identical. I'll jump down here first and then warp back up. And this one's... Technically, you can all automatically come down here. The item isn't spawned, obviously, because the game's not asking for it yet. Unlike other quest items, which I'm pretty sure do. But that is technically a landmark, making it way easier to get to it. Wow, I literally did not change much here. I'll get the next closest character and I'll probably end it. The showcase of New Game Plus. But literally, I'm almost half... Technically, I think the chapter marker is about like 17 chapters. So I'm already at chapter 7, I'm 10 away. The game goes really, really quickly. at this point in the game. But due to the fact... I should explain something first. The reason why I'm planning on doing some more Xenoblade next week as well. Tomorrow as well. Probably at my more usual time of 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. In case you don't know, I am close to finishing Prime Free. And I should clarify, I'm not planning on streaming Prime Free this week. Or today. I'll probably be doing something else later today. Or something else tomorrow for some extra content. Why? I figured I'll actually stream the day that part would have gone live, which is the Monday after I get back from my dog sit. Why? I just think it's easier. Simple as that. And B, also, not much would be spoiled then. If anything at all. Because if I do it now, I skip 3 parts. So, I'll be doing that the Monday after, when it would have gone live at about 8 to 10, obviously. But this will be going up that day instead.
Hey, are you okay?
Oh, I can obviously tell which armors I did have or I swap over to for Charlotte at this point. I like how that one's a different Telethia. And a very late Telethia Futures cutscene.
But first, she needs help.
You're right. Let's look for somewhere safe.
Oh, and Ryan has Lego equipment on. Interesting. Lakeside, done. Unfortunately, you can't go any further, so... Oh, I'm still level 89, aren't I? Some level 30s are not going to be happy to see me.
Hello there.
Okay, Albus hasn't... There's nothing changed about Albus here. Okay. Not much than I would care for. Hello, level 28. Nope. Yep. And... I think it cares. Yeah, I don't care. Here's Monado Cyclo. If you're wondering what is happening, apparently Soul Reed is just a speed-inducing aura. Similar to Monado Speed. So, if you somehow still outspeed that aura, you still attack the Telethia. So, the Telethia primary ability is pointless here due to that idea of the speed stat. Meaning, if you somehow got a higher speed than at this point in the game than intended, Purge means nothing. Screw you. I forget that whole cutscenes. That is a full cutscene. At that point, it's stupid. But oh, we got the other character. But I think that's where I'm gonna call it. Well, I'm gonna save here. Return to the title screen. And show that cutscene off with the idea of the New Game Plus. As it is weird. In a setting of a New Game Plus, that cutscene can get weird. And I mean weird. 7. Melia Awakens. Appearance-wise, this is what I was wearing. Because that just works with this outfit. There we go. Everyone else will stay the same, but, I had Titan equipment on, didn't I? No. Was it the Orions? Nope. No, those aren't the Orions. Yeah, I think it was the Orions. Those actually look nice. That's why. I had to create a very weirdly customized one. I know this one's the Titan equipment. Also, Titan equipment. That's about it. I think I moved. Okay. You're good. You're good. It was night. Let's have it at rain just because random. This will probably be the last cutscene I show. I hate the fact though.
Well, you see now, Shulk?
I hate the fact that this front portion is even here. This should be a completely separate cutscene piece.
More importantly, where on Bionis did you learn to use the Monado?
It's just the weird. It's just the minor things that throw things off. Like, every cutscene should probably be a little bit separate in the file. Especially if you only want to watch, say, when the character actively joins you versus Alvis preaching. Oh, Alvis is definitely a good character. He preaches way too much.
The Monado is a divine sword capable of disturbing the very fabric of existence. Of both the material and the immaterial.
Alvis, how do you know so much about the Monado? Who are you?
Yeah. See? There's a load screen. There's a load screen in the cutscene.
Huh? That's Ryan. I'm over here!
There's a literal load screen right there between that cutscene right after the battle and this cutscene. It's like, nope. Here you go.
Sorry,
Done.
Ryan. I got attacked by Telethia.
Honestly,
It hadn't been
I don't even know why I'm doing that. At this point. You see the cutscene. It's obvious that characters are in different outfits with, obviously, their late endgame equipment. It's obvious. I don't even know why I'm showing it. To be fair. Oh. Anyways. Thank you all for watching. And joining me here today. I know it's definitely earlier than I typically stream. I only typically stream about 2 to 4 or 8 to 10. I streamed a little bit earlier today. But, later today will probably be some more Switch gaming. I don't know if it will be either A, Smash, or Need for Speed, or B, I could potentially play more, Final Fantasy. Really depends on what I plan on doing. But, note, this is a note for everything. I will not be streaming at all from the 14th to the 20th. Just next week. due to being at a dog sit. And that's why I've been streaming a lot more this past week. So, anyhow, thank you all for watching, and take care.